GY. I created GY. Sorry.
No problem.
Yeah. Where is that? Still open.
Yes. Now it
Yeah.
is saying that, do you want to create a new repository or you want to open an existing repository? Let's say I want to open an existing repository. Click that one. Just browse the repository which you just created. Yeah. Just click select folder and click open. Are you able to see any new feature?
Uh,
Stage
Changes.
changes. Yes. Rest
Yeah.
or is same. Rest same. You have a commit, you have a push, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But only
Yeah.
new thing is called commit changes.
Yes.
Now let's go back to the folder. Go back to the folder and save a file, or maybe you can create a new notepad and save in that folder.
Yeah. I create something else.
Just say this is a test GUI. In a C drive, git demo, team leader, and then git GUI, and then yes, right? But go back to your GitHub desktop first. You see that your GitHub desktop automatically detect there is a code has been added into the repository,
Yes.
right? But Git GUI don't. Git GUI said that I have no clue whether you added a code or not. So
Mm.
let's now go to Git GUI, and there is a button called rescan.
Yeah.
It means that you have to first rescan the changes. Now
Okay.
let's say for an example, you are still working on the file.
Okay.
So you can keep it in unstaged changes.
Okay.
It means that you cannot, you should not commit that.
Okay.
Okay. But problem
Mm.
with the Git desktop that if
Mm.
anyone who is handling the Git desktop, they see a file is there, so they might commit it,
Okay.
right? But
Yeah.
here you have to first bring these changes to commit stage changes, then only you can commit. So let's say you
Okay.
confirm that the file is done, then you have
Okay.
an option to go stage changes.
Okay. Okay. So this is like a stage server, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
click stage changes now.
Okay.
Say yes. So now your file moved from unstage.
Stage to stage.
It means that now you can commit this file.
Okay.
Okay. So in a commit message, just type a message, something
Here.
here. Now click commit button. Now you can push that one. say push.
Okay, it is asking for main or branch or whatever.
Yeah. Now it should ask you to authorize your username and password. Say sign into your browser. Just hit authorize in the background. All right. Now go back to your Git GUI. So now it is connected and push your changes to your GitHub repository. Go and refresh your GitHub repository. GitHub.com.
Yeah.
Correct? Understood now?
Yeah.
So what is the difference between Git desktop and a Git GUI? There is only
So
one.
here
There is a
it
two
will say,
difference.
yeah.
Number one, Git GUI is a manual.
Okay.
Number two, Git GUI give you an option called Git stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you can stage your changes.
Yes.
Right? But in a traditional environment, in an old environment,
Okay.
people, when there is no Git desktop, no GUI, they used to work on
Hmm.
manual.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, they used to work on coding. They used to work on command line.
Okay.
All right. So now we are going to see the third tool.
Okay.
This tool will let
Mhm.
you to manage your GitHub using a command line.
Okay.
Okay. So go and create a new repository in a github.com. So click cat icon. Give it a name git cmd.
Okay.
Say create repository. Do not initialize this one. Simply say create repository.
So description I can put anything, right? Command
Yeah,
line. So create repository.
yeah. Since you have not initialized that, so GitHub
Okay.
will say you that most probably you forget to initialize. So
Okay.
if you want to initialize, this is the command which you have to run on your command prompt.
Oh,
Look at that.
okay.
Git init, git add, git branch, blah, blah, blah. Now we are going to work on this
Mhm.
command line prompt. So go and create a folder in your git sim git demo. Open a command prompt. Open a command prompt. Say cd backslash. Say cd git demo. Now type md means make directory, git cmd. Now type cd git cmd. Now type code space dot.
Yes. So if you press code space dot, it will automatically go to Visual Studio, right?
Visual Studio, yes.
Okay.
Now expand the git cmd. It is a blank as of now, right? You have nothing.
Yes.
So click git cmd and click a plus sign.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just type readme as in a capital READ dot MD in a small. Yeah, hit enter. Now just type this is a sample repository created by command line. Now again click the plus sign and create another file. Make it a name customer.java for an example. And just type this is a sample Java code. Now you have a terminal menu on the top. Open and click the terminal. New terminal. All right. Now just type CLS to clear the screen, and you can drag that divider little bit up so that you have a more space to type a command. All right. So the very first command which you are going to type is called git space init. Enter. So it is going to initialize your folder as a git repository.
Okay.
Okay. Now to add two files, you have a two file readme.md or customer.java. You can add a command called git space add a space dot.
Here.
Yeah. Add
No.
a space dot. Dot means all the file which is added new should go into the add or a store option. Hit enter. Now go back to your github.com. Copy the fifth command which is called git remote origin. Git remote add origin HTTPS. Yes, complete command. So it is going to add a path.
Okay.
Go there in Visual Studio. Enter. Good. Now you have initialized the repository. You have added your file. You also added the remote repository path. Now you have to do commit. Just type, go there on a GitHub and just copy the command, or maybe you can git commit -m and your some comment. Enter. All right. Now type here git a space push a space hyphen all.
R.
All. All.
All.
Enter. Go back and refresh your repository.
Yeah.
You understood now?
Yes.
Correct? So it
Yeah.
means that you as an developer, you have a
Okay.
multiple way to work,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
If you are using a modern days, then you have a Git desktop.
Yes.
In a some company, they still using Git GUI.
Okay.
If you are meeting with old people who is 10 or 20 years working on a Git, they work on
Okay.
command line, because at that point of time, there is no Git desktop, there is no Git GUI.
Okay.
Understood what is the Git now?
Yes.
Yes. So Git is a platform which give you an option to collaborate with
Okay.
multiple team, which give
Yeah.
you an option to store all your project data
Yeah.
like code, document, and etc. Which give you to discuss something related to your data using issues.
Yeah.
It is something which send you a notification every time when you make a changes. You must, I hope you must get a lot of emails, right?
Yeah.
Correct? By using the setting, and in a setting, you have a notification tab.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah.
You can invite your team member using manage access.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah.
Right? You can create your project using a project.
Yeah.
You can create your project document using a wiki. You can search anyone in a GitHub and fork their code.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
As well as you can work on GitHub using your client tool. Which are client tool available? Git desktop, Git GUI,
Okay.
and Git CMD. Correct?
Yeah.
Right? Now let's deploy something using this GitHub on my Azure. So let's say for an example,
Okay.
just search me all GitHub. Oh, you have to type Bipin Sinha. No space. Click users. Click me. There is a first file called app service web did not get started. Click that one. All right. So this is a code, just fork it out. All right. Now go to your Azure. Go and create an app service. Give it a name of your web app. Make it baby Gopi web app, Gopi app, something like that. Yeah. Select the code ASP.NET version 4.8.
Here. ASP.NET version
version
4.8. Okay.
4.8. Select the region East US. Just go ahead and say review and create. Click create. Now go to your command prompt. Say cd dot dot. Just say md space Gopi app. Enter. Go to cd space Gopi app. Enter. Just go back to your github.com, which you forked my code. Click the code button, which is a green color. Copy the URL. Come back in your command prompt. Say git space clone. And just paste that URL. Hit enter.
Enter.
Yeah. Go to your C drive. Go to your git demo. Click Gopi app. Click app service web did not get started. Remove the git folder. Delete that.
This one.
Yeah. All right. Now just go back. Go back to your here. Now come to the setting. Scroll down. Scroll down till last, 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 and say delete this repository. Just copy and paste Gopinath GI. It should given on top. Please type here. Just copy the whole path and paste it there. Yeah. Say I understand. Now go and create a new repository called Gopi app. Just create this repository without initializing it. Very good. Now go back to your command prompt and say cd a space app and press tab. Press tab.
Sorry.
Hit enter. Now say code space dot.
Enter.
Yeah. Right. Now you have a real-time environment, which is there. Go to ASP.NET, get started. Go to views menu, views folder. There's a views folder. Go to home folder. Click about index.html. Below is index.html. All right. It is say that developed by Gopi. You remember we did this one. Now we are
Yeah.
doing this with code. Okay. Go back to terminal and launch a terminal. So what is the first command we are going to run? Git a space init.
Enter.
Hmm. Then git a space dot. Git a space add a space dot. Now go and copy the path from your github.com. Git remote add.
Clone, right?
And just say right click the mouse button. Hit enter. Now just type git commit command. Either you can type, either you can copy paste. Hit enter. Right? It added everything, committed everything. Clear. Say CLS. Now type git a space push hyphen all. Now you are doing that. You are playing with real code.
Yeah.
Go and refresh your repository. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go back to your Azure app service now. Click go to resource. First browse the real URL. Right? It's a default one. Now I want to use my own code. Go back to your app service again. Click deployment center classic on the left hand side menu. Yeah. Click select GitHub. Click authorize. Click continue. Continue. Select your repository, Gopi app. Say continue. Finish. So now you are deploying your code to app application, right?
Okay.
This is end to end. What we call it?
Okay.
End to end. End means where the development start.
Okay.
Another end is where the deployment happen. Go and
Okay.
refresh your website now. Good. Now let's something in a code. Go back to your Visual Studio. Change Gopinath to something else.
Where?
In a code index.cshtml, it is written developed by Gopinath. Just change this to
I'll put your name.
go to file and save all. Now what you have to do, you have to again run git add. Init you not need to run, right? Because initialization already happened. So just say git a space add a space dot and only have to enter. Then use the up arrow key, run the git commit command again. So git add, git commit, git push. Git add, git commit, git push. This is the only three command you have to run now.
Use the commit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Commit.
And then push. You understood how the whole development work? Now go to your Azure app service and check what happened. So it will automatically run the second deployment, right?
Yeah.
Once it is done, then you go and refresh your page. Now this is how the DevOps work.
Okay. Can you please summarize this one, because here I lost in the Visual Studio.
Hmm. So this is how the development tool, people use the development and then they commit the code.
Okay. Actually, I just can you please summarize this, like in the Visual Studio, what we have done in the first 10 minutes? So
We
I'm
have
just
developed a code. Code is developed in ASP.NET.
okay.
Since you are not a developer, so I have already have a code ready for you.
Okay.
Okay. So let's
Mhm.
assume that this code, whatever you are seeing here, is developed by you.
Okay.
Okay. Once your
Mhm.
code is developed, then you have to check into your repository. How you check in? This is the command you have to run.
Okay.
Once you run the command, your code will checked into repository. And then whatever the code we have in a repository, we can go and connect my app service.
Okay.
So
So
developer,
for this we are using
yeah, you are,
Azure, Visual Studio, and command line.
yeah, you are saying something, Gopi.
No, actually we are using Azure portal and Visual Studio and Visual Studio command prompt terminal, right?
Yes, yes,
So only
yes,
these three things is required.
yes.
So GitHub, for example, in GitHub, I will copy your code and
Hmm.
I'll modify something,
Yeah,
and then I will create a, what is that? In Azure portal, I'll create a new
app service,
repository, app service. Okay, that is for that is for website only, right?
website only. Yes,
Okay, so for other, if I don't want website,
hmm.
then I have to select a different service.
Yes.
Okay. So for development of a database and all, the same thing, or it is different?
Same thing, same thing, same thing.
Database, code, same thing.
Yeah, database
SQL,
also same thing. You have to create a
PLSQL.
database project.
Okay.
Currently, it is a .NET project, right? You
Yeah,
also have a
correct.
database project you can create.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that is done by
Okay.
developer.
Yes.
Correct, now. So who create the
Yeah,
repository?
correct.
Team leader. Who develop the code?
Team leader. Okay.
Developer.
Developer.
Who create the
Yeah.
service in Azure? Azure administrator. Who do the
Azure administrator. Okay.
deployment? DevOps. So there are 4 person involved.
DevOps. Okay.
So as a
Okay.
DevOps,
So
what is
we
your
are in the last one,
responsibility?
right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
as a DevOps, you are only configuring the deployment center.
Deployment center. Okay. This is the one, the final one.
Final one. Right? So what is the first role? Development role. Who do that? Developer.
Developer.
Second role, source code management. That is in GitHub. Who do that?
Okay.
It's a TL. Then
Okay.
creating an app service. Who do that? It's a Azure administrator.
Azure. Yeah.
Who push the code from GitHub to app? It's a DevOps.
DevOps.
Okay. So as a DevOps, your role is only to configure the deployment center. That's it.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Correct?
Yes.
So who do the development? Gopi.
Developer.
Who use the Visual Studio?
Visual Studio developer only.
Developer. Who manage the github.com repository?
Team leader.
Who created the Azure services?
Azure admin.
So what is your role then?
I have to deploy it.
You have to deploy. You have to deploy this code to app
to
service.
Azure.
Clear now the
App
whole
service.
fundamental?
Okay. Yes.
Yes. And this is how the people use the CI/CD, continuous integration, continuous deployment.
Okay. Deployment. Okay.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are going to meet on
Yes.
Monday and we are going to start your new topic which is called containerization.
Containerization.
Yeah.
Okay.
You heard Docker?
Okay. Yeah.
Perfect. So I will upload all this video to
Yeah.
you on your YouTube portal. You can check on Sunday.
Sure.
See you then.
Sure. Yeah.